Russell Wilson has come over to Denver and is expected to unlock a lot of these weapons. Javonte Williams, a tantalizing running back, a three-down skill set guy that a lot of people want to attain in Dynasty. People all of a sudden now are worried about Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's back. Is he actually unlocked Javonte Williams? Stay tuned. Let's find out. Javonte Williams, coming out of the University of North Carolina, was a very polarizing prospect. Some people thought maybe it's just David Montgomery. He didn't have the speed. He didn't have the long speed. Some people said, hey, he split the backfield with Michael Carter. He couldn't even take over the backfield at North Carolina. How's he ever going to do that in the NFL? So, depending on who you were talking to, you were looking at a very explosive upside prospect or someone that was a fade, an easy fade for them. Javonte Williams, the prospect profile. 5'10", 212 pounds. This is a guy that offers bell cow size. Now, when you look at the 40-yard dash and the speed score, people weren't really excited because he doesn't offer that home run ability, take one to the house on any given play. But when you look at the burst score and the agility score, this is a guy that operates well in tight spaces. And ultimately, as a running back, has a lot of attributes that make him very exciting and someone we should really want in Dynasty and in fantasy football. Then you have the whole Michael Carter situation, him splitting time with Michael Carter. If you look, though, at his last year, 2020, while he split time with Michael Carter, 22 touchdowns and 75 forced missed tackles, Javonte Williams was the special one of the two. Not saying Michael Carter was bad, but as far as the next level, the elite upside, Javonte Williams actually offered that. And at the time, in your rookie drafts, you were able to get him sometimes at a discount. So Javonte Williams, then on top of that, before we even talk about where you were drafting him in the rookie draft, Denver takes him at 203. Almost a first-round pick on Javonte Williams, signaling that they have big plans for him. And boy, did we find out that they do have big plans for Javonte Williams. So you may not love the prospect profile, but this is one to get really excited about when we talk about Javonte Williams and his upside in the NFL. All right, so let's go ahead and address first the negative narrative that Melvin Gordon is back. He's going to be a thorn in the side of Javonte Williams all year. People that are now out on Javonte Williams are worried about him. Let's talk about this one first. Let's address this first. So when you look at last year, right, you look at his game log. You look at how the year progressed for Javonte Williams, who was coming on as a rookie. Now, we know a lot of times rookies, even at running back, without first-round draft capital, they're not guaranteed to get all the work right away, and they may take a little bit of time to progress and get that full bell cow work. So when you look at Javonte Williams' stats, how he played last year, you'll see all the way up until the week before the bye versus Philadelphia, he basically is playing under a 50% snap share. Melvin Gordon truly was the 1A at that point in the season. But when you look at week 9 versus Dallas, 17 carries, 111 yards, something clicked there. And at that point, he started to actually earn more of the trust of the Denver coaching staff. Week 10 versus Philly, he gets 57% of the snaps. Didn't get a ton of work. But what you'll see now going into the bye and coming out of the bye is a totally different Javonte Williams, the player, the comfortability, how he's grown, and ultimately how Denver starts to utilize him. Now, week 12, Melvin Gordon's still playing quite a bit. 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. 4 targets, 3 catches, 57 yards receiving. Then you had when Javonte Williams really took a catapult and a huge value jump as far as the Dynasty community and people really seeing for the first time all this upside that was supposedly talked about, but nobody really believed. When Melvin Gordon missed time, week 13 versus Kansas City, 23 carries, 102 yards. They're trailing a lot of the game, so he has 9 targets, 6 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown through the air. Javonte Williams at this point put the entire Dynasty and fantasy football community on big-time notice. And you'll see after that. Versus Detroit, he didn't have quite 50% snaps, but every week from that point on, he has over 50% of snaps. And I think at this point, what people are failing to realize, whether Melvin Gordon was there or not, Javonte Williams was now going to take the step forward and be the 1A. And Melvin Gordon was at this point someone that was very, very replaceable. They did bring him back because he was cheap. But if you think that Melvin Gordon, the first part of the season, what he did and kept Javonte Williams off the field is something we need to worry about today, they were prepared to let him walk. The only reason they didn't was because no one really wanted him and wanted to pay him that highly. So he's back on a cheap deal. Please, 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 please do not worry about Melvin Gordon being in the way of Javonte Williams. And if for you, Javonte Williams now is a fade because Melvin Gordon is back, well then damn it, you didn't deserve Javonte Williams in the first place.
Cool. feel like a lightning bolt hit the tip of my penis. Yeah.
Okay, Adam, you're kind of telling me how to think. You're telling me that I shouldn't be worried about Melvin Gordon. Well, at least tell me the positives. What's so exciting about Javonte Williams if I shouldn't be worried? At this point, if you don't know what makes Javonte Williams so exciting, I think you haven't watched enough. But since you're here and you want to know about all the exciting Javonte Williams things, let's talk about why Javonte Williams, even though if you look at it on paper, may not be as exciting to you, but the reality is he is a tantalizing, high upside, must-have running back. And when you look at his snap share last year, when you talk about the totality of the season, 49.9%, 31 in the NFL is snap share at running back. He wasn't on the field that much when you look at the whole season. But when you look at his efficiency, you dig a little deeper. Number 6 in the NFL as yards created. Number 7, yards created per touch. This is a guy, like I told you, that can operate very well in tight spaces. And now, to give you one of the most exciting things for Javonte Williams, no one matched him having 17.6 broken tackle percentage. He can juke you, you can miss him in open space, and if you do happen to get your hands on Javonte Williams, he will put you on your ass and get you out of the way. Why should you really be excited, though? On top of what you already know about Javonte Williams. We already know these things. We saw that last year. The red zone looks for Javonte Williams, how much of a step forward this team takes. Teddy Bridgewater playing half the season, half the games with Teddy Bridgewater versus playing as a 1A role. Even Melvin Gordon said they want him to be the guy. The 1A role on a Russell Wilson offense, man, this is a guy, when you look at Javonte Williams last year, he had a total, as far as rushing, of 4 rushing touchdowns. That number will go up seismically. Javonte Williams being the 1A in the offense that's led by Russell Wilson, he is going to be unlocked this year. Maybe he's not the RB1 overall because he doesn't have the 3-down constant use with Melvin Gordon being there. As far as being a thorn in the side, though, he definitely has a floor of in the range of RB1 top 12 running back. But man, if he gets anything more, if Melvin Gordon gets hurt, Melvin Gordon's getting old, or if they decide, you know what, we're going to give the ball to Javonte Williams 70% of the snaps, this is the guy that absolutely has top 5 upside at the running back position. I'm telling you right now, if you can get Javonte Williams because somebody going into the season is worried about Melvin Gordon, go get Javonte Williams.
I'm getting ready to buy everything on the dollar menu. That's right. I'm getting ready to be a dollar menu millionaire.
All right, you know what time it is. It's time to talk value. Javonte Williams, when it comes to value, when you look at startups, he's going at the 205 according to Adico Superflex Tight End Premium ADP. When you look at 205, that's the RB4. You go over to Keep Trade Cut, same thing, RB4. One of the few times Keep Trade Cut and Adiko are right on the same page as far as the value of Javonte Williams. So you ask, at RB4, is that too bullish for him as far as Dynasty and what he's going to do this season? Am I telling you he's going to be RB4 on the season? I'm not going to say that. Is it possible? Yes, it's in the range of outcomes. Are there players at running back that could finish higher than Javonte Williams if everything falls right for them? Yes, absolutely. Javonte Williams, though, I believe, is a back-end RB1 at minimum and absolutely has the RB4 range of outcomes even this season. So when you look at the value and how you want to acquire Javonte Williams, one for one, let's take a look. Keep Trade Cut will tell you that actually CeeDee Lamb is more valuable than the Javonte Williams. Personally, I will take Javonte Williams over CeeDee Lamb every single day of the week. So if you can trade away your CeeDee Lamb for a Javonte Williams, I would send that offer today. And if it gets accepted, congratulations, you are now the owner of Javonte Williams. And to give you one furthermore, if you want to really get swindly, kind of throw the manager off a little bit as far as the values and play the Keep Trade Cut game on them, when you talk about our friends at Keep Trade Cut, this is exactly why. You can get Javonte Williams and Noah Fant for a 23 late first, a 24 mid-second, and Dalton Schultz. So to give you an idea here, you're a contender. You're a strong contender, an elite contender, and you want to get another running back for your team. You send away your late 23 first and whatever 24 second you have. Let's just call it a mid one. You down tier from Dalton Schultz to Noah Fant, and you have gotten yourself Javonte Williams for a 23 first that's late and a random 24 second. That's how you play 4D chess. Now, as far as Javonte Williams, would I suggest strongly taking him in the early part of the second in startups? You don't have to. Not somebody I'm forcing at that spot. But by all means, I'm in on Javonte Williams. I do have several shares of him. I think the reality is, if Melvin Gordon is why you're worried, you are not taking into consideration that Russell Wilson has come over, that this offense is going to take a step forward, and that you're dealing with a young, tantalizing, 3-down running back that has the ability to break things open for your dynasty and fantasy football teams. Javonte Williams, maybe not a value, but a strong piece on a contender this year and moving forward in dynasty. So go ahead, try to get Javonte Williams. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about Javonte Williams. Do you think his value is crazy? Do you think Melvin Gordon's going to be a thorn in his side? Or do you think that Javonte Williams is looking at a serious season in Dynasty this season? Let me know.